Hello everyone. Today we are going to create a new movie poster called the zipper. First of all, we need to create some zip inside Illustrator. We'll go in File, New, and we will name the new document as zip. You will notice that I am having this size as a letter. Now I'll go in the polygon tool and by pressing the shift key, I made a polygon and now I'm pressing Ctrl C and Ctrl F on my keyboard to make a copy of it and I'm pasting it in front. Now I'll go in the rectangle tool and I'll make another rectangle here and I'll unite all these three shapes using the Pathfinder panel. Now I can make another rectangle down here and I can also join these shapes using the Pathfinder panel. And now I can make it like a small part of a chain. Now I'll go in the effect, distort and transform and transform. I'll turn the preview on to see what I am doing. And now I'll move it horizontally. I notice here that the value of 31 points fits perfect. Now I'll increase the copies to 18. Now in the object, expand appearance and after that make another rectangle down here and select both of these using the Pathfinder panel. Now I need to change the fill and stroke of it. In the fill, I'll press the shift key and click on that and I'll change K value of 25 and in the stroke I'll change the K value to 50 to have this brush. To create a new brush, I'll click on this menu and we'll select art brush, we'll name it zip and click OK. Now I don't need this. First of all, we'll create a brush like this. Zip is for the main person, so what I'll do is I'll make a copy of it, Control C, Control F, and what I'll do is I'll go in object, expand appearance, and then I'll transform it and I'll reflect it 90 degree. So it aligns like this. One zip is created. Now I can copy it and I can go in the Photoshop and I can paste it. You will see that I've already extracted Christopher Nolan, that is my favorite actor, so I have extracted him from a black background. I have placed a vector smart object and I'll rename it as zip on actor. Now next step is I'll create another zip I'll change stroke this time to 0.5. First of all, I need to make a copy of it and paste in front. Then I need to go object, expand appearance and then again reflect vertically so that I can have a smaller zip type of a shape down here. Now I can copy both of these and I can bring it in Photoshop as a smart object. Okay, fine. Now I have this zip for type. I named it zip for type. Now I can toggle this eye off and you will see that we just have small space above the actor. We need the space more. So I'll go in image, canvas size and I'll click this down arrow and I'll change the percent to 20%. It's strange because if you will click down, so the space will be increased up. So here I can increase the size of the zip like so. And what I will do now is I can make a copy beneath everything by going in edit, fill and I'm filling it with 50% gray so that I may come to know what I am doing. Now what I'll do is I'll make a copy of this background copy too. I'll press Ctrl J on my keyboard 2 times to have 2 copies of it. Now I'll go here and I'll make a guide at 50%. Now on this layer mask, I'll have a mark you tool and I can have a 50% black and now on the other layer I'll press Ctrl Shift I and press Alt backspace here. Now I have my actor on different layers. Now what I can do is I can create a smart object for a respective layer. I have to create 2 smart objects and now in edit and then puppet warp so that I can warp it. I need to have some pins for puppet warp like so and I can toggle Christopher's position like this. I need to align his shoulder like it was earlier aligned. It's a difficult task, but a beautiful work to do. You can play with it with your photos. Now the right side is done. Now I'll go for the left side. Image, edit, puppet warp. I can add a pin here. I can add another pin here. And then warp it like this. You will see that we can also modify this puppet warp by double clicking on this puppet warp. Now I can bring this head inside so that it doesn't look destructive. I can observe that the neck is very far, but doesn't matter because it's opening. Now I can hide the guides by pressing Ctrl, the semicolon key, and now I need to work on the text. Now I have a zip on active, that is now I need to work on the type. For the type, I'm having a font face of Helvetica bold 72. Now I'll write the Z, I'll leave two spaces and write PPER. You may be getting the idea what I'm going to do now. I'll increase the size of this text, and here I'll toggle this eye on of the zip layer, and I'll bring it up. First of all, I need to work on the background. In the background, I'll go in the blending options and I'll go in the pattern overlay. Here in the pattern overlay, I have a pattern, this pattern, which is named as a brush pen on canvas. Now it looks good. Next, we need to convert this type and this shape. First of all, we need to merge both of these together, and I'll convert into smart object. Now after that, I'll go in the 3D panel and I'll make a 3D layer out of it. Now you will see that this is a 3D layer. The shadows being casted on it, but I don't want the shadows, so what I'll do is I'll go in here and I'll untick catch shadows and cast shadows. Now it looks good. Now I can make it like this, and here the look is almost complete, but I need to work on the zip more. So what I can do here is I can go in the blending options, I can give it a bevel and emboss, I can give it an inner glow, I can also give it a gradient overlay, but I need to change its mode to screen, and then I can give it a drop shadow to give it more depth. And as this text is 3D, I can come anytime, I can play with it and I can rotate it and I can change its value anytime I want. So this is the final thing which is prepared. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.